Welcome to Clarity Currents, the secret podcast with me, Danielle Laura, where I share weekly channeled messages about the energetics of the week and the areas of opportunity so you know how to work with the energy rather than in resistance to it and know how to leverage it for your highest level good in your business, relationships, health, wealth, spirituality, and legacy. This is Clarity Currents episode for the week of August 25th through the 31st, 2025. Let's dive in. When I tune into the overall energetics of the week, I see this vision of a bridge being suspended between two cliffs. It's glowing with this golden light, but there's no railing, just this open space. And the invitation is to walk across with trust. This is a threshold week where you are invited to meet the truth of who you are now. Some themes I see being highlighted are around reckonings with identity, desire, and worth. But instead of fearing the tension, your invitation is to use it to refine your clarity. This week asks, where are you still gripping that you say you've outgrown? What would it mean to walk forward without needing all of the answers, just alignment? Midweek, there can be some emotional flare-ups possible here, but they are here to reveal where you are still straddling both cliffs, old ways versus your new identity. When your soul is begging you for the leap. Let this be the week that you take one bold step on the bridge, even if your voice trembles, because on the other side is the next version of you waiting. Business for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of business this week, I see this flickering spotlight on a stage, and then someone steps into it fully. You may have been holding back out of fear of being misunderstood, rejected, or even judged, but this week it is the time to step all the way in. Business this week is about owning your unique frequency and letting it lead. Yes, even if it ruffles feathers or even breaks the algorithm, right? If you are on the verge of a rebrand, a launch, a pricing shift, or even just a pivot all in general, this is your moment. Let the friction clarify your vision instead of clouding it. Some prompts that you can journal on this week are, where have I been playing small out of fear of being too much? What truth in my work wants to be spoken boldly this week? What systems or containers no longer fit the size of the vision that I now hold? Relationships for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of relationships this week, I hear only the real ones will remain. This is a week of emotional truth bombs. Some of them may come from others, but many of them are going to arise from within you. There is a refinement energy this week around your relationships field, and what is performative is going to feel unbearable, and what's honest is going to feel liberating. So take notice of that this week. You may also notice some old wounds surfacing around emotional availability, communication, or even worthiness. But this is not punishment, this is purification. So let it burn anything that is not built on love. If you're in a partnership, this is a beautiful time to check in on values, desires, and dreams. And if you're single, clarity about what you actually want and don't want are going to become undeniable. Health for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of health this week, I see someone standing in front of a mirror, slowly removing layers of clothing, symbolizing shedding what doesn't belong in the body anymore. This is a week of bodily truth. Digestive issues, fatigue, cravings, tensions may even arrive, but they are all messengers because your body is recalibrating and it's asking, what am I still carrying that isn't mine? What emotional truth is this symptom trying to reveal? This week brings a chance to detox, especially emotionally. Allow space to rest, nourish your nervous system, and return to rituals that bring you back home to your vitality. This week, self-care is not optional. It is truly going to be a spiritual practice. Wealth for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of wealth this week, I see a vault door opening slowly, but only after the right code is entered. And that code is authenticity plus trust plus action. There may be some fear-based stories around money that might be present this week. Like, am I safe? Can I be expressed and still receive? Is it selfish to want more? Any of these questions are just your invitation to transmute any outdated beliefs. So this is a powerful time to revisit your financial boundaries, investments, and desires. Some questions you can ask yourself are, where do I need to clean up energy leaks around money? What's ready to shift in how I value my time and talents? How can I play with wealth again instead of fearing or forcing it? And it feels like by the weekend, there's a sense of freedom and expansion possible, especially if you've been courageous enough to take one bold money move. Spirituality for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of spirituality this week, I see the spiraling golden staircase leading upward with these beams of life pulsing from the heart outward. This is a week of spiritual initiation through embodied truth. Not the kind of spirituality that escapes, but the kind that anchors your divinity into your humanity. There is a portal to receive healing downloads, but you have to allow yourself to be present enough to catch them. So practice the following. Speak your truth out loud, even if your voice shakes. Call in your higher self each morning for your own divine guidance for that day. And create sacred time for silence, prayer, and channeling. Even if it's just 10 minutes, this can completely reset your field. You are being upgraded. And you don't have to do anything to earn it. You just need to allow it. And legacy for the week of August 25th. When I tune into the energetics of legacy this week, I see someone at the top of a mountain catching their breath as the sunrise starts hitting their face. This is a week to remember why you started. Your legacy is not a finish line. It's who you become on the way there. You can ask yourself, is this version of me someone I'd be proud to leave behind? What do I want to be known for? What am I building that will outlive me? You're being invited to take inspired action this week. Bold move, a declaration, or even just a leap towards your joy. Do the thing that your future self will thank you for. There you have it, Hot Soul, your intuitive forecast for the week. Wishing you a week of clarity, courage, and catalytic breakthroughs. Until next week.